Hello there and welcome to MTGasmr. We will be opening packets and making nice sounds, and hopefully that will be producing some auto-sensory meridian responses, because ASMR stands for auto-sensory meridian response, and hopefully we'll be getting a few of those here. If you'd like to see any more unboxing, then check out the series Sex Magic, coming soon, with some nakedy nude magic opening. Or check out series Do You Believe in Magic, which is a lot more active and a little less quiet, and there'll be no adult content on there. Let's have a look right now. We're opening a Kamigawa Neon Destiny draft booster. So we're going to open 10 of these. And having a look at what's inside. So let's see right now. First one. People walking around in the background. All sound is fun. So let's have a look what we find. The Thundersteel Colossus. What have we had so far? The Iganjo Exemplar. The Moon Circuit Hacker. And a Thundersteel Colossus. Light the Way. Unstoppable Ogre. Arm Guard Familiar. Harmonious Emergence. Enchant land you control. Enchanted Land is a 4/5 green spirit with vigilance and haste. It is still a land. If Enchanted Land would be destroyed, instead sacrifice Harmonious Emergence, and that land gains indestructible until end of turn. Suit Up Until end of turn, target creature or vehicle becomes an artifact creature with base power and toughness 4/5. Draw a card. Chain Fall Centipede. Whenever Chain Flail Centipede or equipped creature attacks, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Reconfigure 2. 2. Attach to target creature you control or unattach from a creature. Reconfigure only as a sorcery while attached. This isn't a creature. The Long Reach of Night. Each opponent sacrifices a creature unless they discard a card. Exile this saga, then return it to the battlefield, transformed under your control. Animus of Night's Reach. Menace. This creature can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. Whenever Animus of Night's Reach attacks, it gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is the number of creature cards in defending player's graveyard. Invigorating Hot Spring. Invigorating Hot Spring enters the battlefield with 4 +1/+1 counters on it. Modified creatures you control have haste. Remove a +1/+1 counter from Invigorating Hot Spring. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Activate only as a sorcery and only once each turn. Reality Heist. This spell costs 1 less for each artifact you control. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may reveal up to 2 artifacts from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Kappa. Tech Wrecker. Ninjutsu 1 and the Forest. Kappa Tech Wrecker enters the battlefield with a Death Touch counter on it. Whenever Kappa Tech Wrecker deals combat damage to a player, you may remove a Death Touch counter from it. When you do, exile target artifact or enchantment that player controls. The Restoration of Iganjo. Search your library for a basic Plains card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. You may discard a card. When you do, return target permanent card with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, tapped. Exile this saga, then return it to the battlefield, transformed under your control. Architect of Restoration. Vigilance. Whenever Architect of Restoration attacks or blocks, create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token. And then just a white land here. And a human monk token with add 1 green mana on it. We're back to the beginning. The colours on this one are beautiful. Pinks over here on the cherry blossom tree. And there's vibrant yellows on the standard. Again with that pink. Sakura pink. It's very reminiscent of the cherry blossom tree. popular Japanese symbol. This one here is much more lavender, much more purple. Absolutely love the colours. The artwork on Magic the Gathering is always amazing. Shall we open another pack? This creature crews vehicles as though its power were 2 greater. Oh, another Thundersteel Colossus. Artifact creature. Trample and haste. Crew 2. Tap any number of creatures you control with total power 2 or more. This vehicle becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. This is what I needed all that alloy for. Arima to Emir. Tamiyo's completion. Oh dear. Flash. Enchant artifact, creature, or planeswalker. When Tamiyo's completion enters the battlefield, tap enchanted permanent. If it's an equipment, unattach it. Enchanted permanent loses all abilities and doesn't untap during its controller's tap step. Untap step. Imperial Subduer. Whenever a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone, tap target creature you don't control. Intercessor's Arrest. Enchant permanent. Enchanted permanent can't attack, block, or crew vehicles. Its activated abilities can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. Scrapyard Steelbreaker. Sacrifice another artifact. Scrapyard Steelbreaker gets +2/+1 until end of turn. Cyber Trespassers. Channel 3 and a blue. Discard Cyber Trespassers. Tap up to 2 target creatures you don't control. Those creatures don't untap during their controller's next untap step. Target player discards 2 cards. Ninjas and rogues you control gain menace until end of turn. Kaito's Pursuit. Exile target artifact or enchantment. Fade into antiquity. Suit Up. Until end of turn, target creature or vehicle becomes an artifact creature with base power and toughness 4/5. Draw a card. The The Shattered States Era. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap it. It gains haste until end of turn. Creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. Exile this saga, then return it to the battlefield transformed under your control. As the Nameless Conqueror. Trample and haste. In the wake of the Kami War, Kamigawa descended into a state of constant warfare. Even with Kyodai's wisdom guiding them, it took the First Imperial's decades of work and bloodshed to subdue the clans and bring peace to the land. History of the Empire. Okiba Salvage. Return target creature or vehicle card from your graveyard to the battlefield, then put 2+1/+1 counters on that permanent if you control an artifact and an enchantment. Raito Sentinel. Defender. When Raito Sentinel enters the battlefield, target player mills 3 cards. They put the top 3 cards of their library into their graveyard. 3. Put target card from a graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library. Reinforced Ronin. Haste. At the beginning of your end step, return Reinforced Ronin to its owner's hand. 1 and 1 red. Channel. Discard Reinforced Ronin and draw a card. March of Otherworldly Light. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may exile any number of white cards from your hand. This spell costs 2 less to cast for each card exiled this way. Exile target artifact, creature, or enchantment value with mana value X or less. And lastly, a red Kamigawa land. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm quite hungry now, but thanks for opening a couple of booster packs with me. If you enjoyed the video, then let me know in the comments below and I'll make more just like it. If you fell asleep whilst listening, then that's a success. Maybe comment. Subscribe for more music, magic, madness and mayhem with Ocean Hendrix, and have a lovely day.